69 of my daily video vlogs. It is March the 27th, 2015. It is, let me look, 9:17 p.m. And I wanted to show you, I was going to wear a different shirt. I know I've talked about this shirt issue for the last 3 or 4 days. So I put on a dark blue shirt, started to take a video, and here's what I got. Watch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there you see, when I wear a dark shirt, it sucks in the light, and then I'm yellow. So I'm going to have to buy some different color shirts. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about, I'm going to make it really quick, because like I said, it's 9:17, and I have to get up early, like 4:30 in the morning. And I'm going to an auction tomorrow, so my problems. I'm driving 4 hours. I'm going to be there, sitting and waiting, then bid, and then sit and wait, and then bid and sit and wait, and go home. I have been wanting to get a solid state drive for a while, and I'm that close because you had to choose between a regular hard drive or solid state. Why would you choose? Well, the cost of it was just, the solid state was just way expensive. So you could get like a 4 terabyte hard drive or a 256 gigabyte solid state. Well, here's a picture to the link of a story from CNET, and it talks about the way that these manufacturers, Intel and Micron, are now creating new chips. And what they're doing is they're putting more and more chips on a flash drive, which is solid state. They'll be offering 3.5 terabyte hard drives, solid state hard drives, that are no bigger than a stick of gum. So what that will do is the price of solid state drives will go down significantly. And you're saying, well, of course, now that's me saying this and you understanding what I mean. Here's a picture of a video right here. If you click on that, it's a 1 minute and, well, it's 2 minutes and 3 seconds long. Basically, this video has 2 computers side by side, and as you can see in the picture, and they're identical computers in every way, and they've copied the hard drives over. One is a standard hard drive running 7200 RPMs, and one is a solid state drive. And just they boot it up, so it shows you boot up time running 3 or 4 programs, and then it shows you shutting down. So it's just significant in the speed difference. I would say that of all the things you could buy, then a solid state drive would be the top one on my list to make the computer run faster. In my experience, a computer will run across the board 5 to 7 times faster for boot up, loading programs, things of that nature. If you wanted to bring up a Photoshop with a bunch of pictures, solid state drive is significantly faster. Gameplay with computer games, just loading, anything loading back and forth, transferring files back and forth, just everything is better with solid state, on it. So I would say that if you ever have a chance, whenever the cost goes down, upgrade your computers to solid state. A lot of the Macs now, the only option is a solid state drive because Apple wants to keep their systems the fastest possible. So now you're starting to see some of the main manufacturers such as Dell and Toshiba and HP offer it as a upgrade. And I would say that you would be very satisfied if you upgraded to a solid state. Now the cost is going to be a little bit more if you want the same size, or you could choose, like when I got my laptop, I have a MacBook, let me show you. I have a MacBook Pro, it's about 2 years old, here it is. And I had to choose between a 1 terabyte hard drive or a 128 gigabyte drive at the time. That was the choice on the cost. And like I said on my phone, the reason I hadn't gotten a new phone is because I can't afford one with 32 or 64 gigabytes. I'm not going to get an iPhone 5S or whatever, one of the plastic looking ones with 8 gigabytes, even though I could basically get it for free. It just doesn't have enough space, and I don't want to regret that purchase or non-purchase or the commitment. So I knew when getting my Mac, I knew that 128 gigabyte would never be enough space. And so that was 2 years ago. Now you can pretty much, let me look here online. So I've got 3 searches. We have a 256 gigabyte SSD. It is $109.99. Then a 500 gig SSD is $209.99, and then a 1 terabyte SSD $359.99. And on the same note, I did a search for 7200 RPM hard drives, which would be a standard hard drive. If somebody says, here's a hard drive, this is what they're talking about. So a 256 gigabyte, $30, 500 gigabyte, $90, and a 1 terabyte for $95. Although I have seen at Best Buy, they have had some 1 terabyte on sale for $65 if you really search it out. So you can see here the differences on the screen, the cost. So you have to really, when you're going to buy one of these things, you have to say, well, is it worth the cost? Am I going to keep this computer for a couple years? Do I really need speed? And I would say I do, and a lot of people do, but not most people. I do a lot of video editing. I do a lot of web design. I do a lot of data transfer, and just a lot of things going on at once. And so I have to judge for myself, okay, do I want a 250 gigabyte or a 500 gigabyte solid state at like $200 or what have you? Or do I want, like right now, I can probably get, let's look up for a 4 terabyte. So right now on sale, you can get a 4 terabyte drive for $169. So, you know, if you want a lot of storage space, you want to buy the regular hard drive. If you want really, really fast speed, then you want the SSD. And some people, what they do is, and what I'm going to do on the next computer that I build, I'm going to build a computer with a 500 gig solid state drive, and then a 4 terabyte regular hard drive. And the regular hard drive will just store all of the photos and videos and things of that nature that, let's say, I don't use that often. You know, I have my wife takes a lot of pictures, and we save those pictures on a hard drive, and I also copy them to a DVD and put them in a fireproof safe. Just, you know, to make sure. I mean, I have pictures back from when my kids were 2 and 1, and if the hard drive failed, what are you going to do? And I have a 1 terabyte Dropbox account, so I could upload it to that. So that's also good. I like to put them on a DVD. I put them in a fireproof safe, and they should, I mean, DVDs won't last forever, you know, but they'll last for a while. So that's really all I wanted to talk to you about. I just wanted to, I'll put a link in the description of the story from CNET that talks about the storage, and what they're working on in Toshiba is the 3D memory. And so what it's going to do is allow, you know, more cells, more memory chips in the same amount of space, and therefore the cost of it's going to go down. And then I'll also put a link to that video, that 2-minute video that showed the difference, so you can, because it's really impressive when you see it. I can talk about it all day long. And maybe, you know, I get a lot of the same type of computers in it, and I think that would be an interesting test, to take 2 identical computers, put one 7200 RPM and one solid state drive, and just push the button and tape it. See how it goes. I think it would be interesting for most people. Anyway, YouTube, I'm going to go. It's getting pretty late, and I've got to edit this video and upload it so you can watch it on Saturday morning sometime. And by the time you watch it, I'll already be on the road for a couple hours. So, YouTube, I hope that if you go to work on Saturday, that your work goes quick and easy. And I hope if you have the day off that you relax and just enjoy the weather, if you have good weather, or if I enjoy the rain sometimes, because I'm just strange. Anyway, YouTube, until tomorrow, you have a good day.